So free radicals cause cancer. Free radicals cause a mess inside our body. We don't want free radicals. Free radicals can be found in the air. Free radicals can be found in byproducts, processed food, unhealthy things to drink, anything that's processed and not plant based, doesn't have phytonutrients, which means it's a nutrients that come from green things, you know what I mean? Sometimes that green can be a free radical if you do mess with it the wrong way, right? So basically, when free radicals come up in your body, it oxidizes. It's called oxidative stress, right? And so it like oxidizes the body, and the body starts to break down, basically, right? And then that's when cancer cells can start forming because your body's not whole. But when I think of an antioxidant, right? So the antioxidant is to remove free radicals. I don't want to lose anyone here. I'm going to stay focused. But an antioxidant, right, is something that comes to service the free radicals. So now that they have, it's basically like the electrons within the atoms, and which is in the molecules, they start losing electrons, which our body needs the electron. All of this has to work. Atoms, cells, molecules, all of them come together. And when basically a free radical doesn't have the electrons, it doesn't have what it needs. So antioxidants come to assist. They come to assist, right? So that we won't go into an oxidative form of stress internally. But don't we know, besides the food we eat, there's some free radicals that might be floating around in our everyday lives? And do we constantly have to be the antioxidants for these people? Do we constantly have to be the red pepper? Some things that have beta carotene is an antioxidant. Anything that has beta carotene is usually going to be orange, red, yellow, right? This is has high vitamin C, ascorbic acid. Vitamin C is an antioxidant, right? You want foods that have this because they secure the body and the mind and build us up. But there's things that people, places, and these nouns, people, places, and things in our life that can be kind of like a McDonald's cheeseburger for our body. They're plastic, it's artificial, it doesn't have any real value. Good morning, Patricia from North Carolina. North Carolina 888. Woo! Yes, hey, Tiny, how you doing? Hey, Usama, I'm so glad you're here. But we have to realize what, where, what's the free radicals in our life. Of course, we got to focus on the real free radicals, making sure that we're not eating processed food. Make sure that we are giving our body what it deserves, which is optimal health. Our body deserves to be healthy, whether you are low income, high income, middle income, whether you white, black, orange, yellow. We deserve a healthy body. Your body deserves to be supported, right? When we think of supporting ourselves, we constantly think of outside sources supporting us, instead of realizing that we are the ultimate source. We are the ultimate antioxidants for our life. We are the thing that keeps the cells together, that keeps the molecules together and filled with electrons. And when the atoms start splitting, we come and heal and support. Because if we are not the antioxidants in our life, and we constantly have to reach out to get these things because our bodies are not equipped, what are we gonna do? We have to learn about the free radicals in our life and how to guard them, how to guard ourselves from them, all by ourselves, through a higher power, through the things we believe in, through prayer and meditation, through standing on a firm foundation that I am whole and acceptable with all my flaws. When we get to a place like that, that is preventing oxidative stress. It's very similar to that. When an antioxidant comes into our body to help us, it is not saying, I'm coming to save everything. Oh, you're so broken. I gotta fix you, body. You're so jacked up. No, an antioxidant helps prevent. It prevents free radicals from coming in. It prevents our body from going into an oxidative form of stress, right? It prevents, right? So are we preventing these people, places, and things from walking in our life and snatching us up, making our atoms split, and we fill with free radicals? Now we're vulnerable, not vulnerability, but we're vulnerable and susceptible to ailments. It's impacting our mental health in a negative way, not a positive way. Do we even know where our mental health is? Do we know what the free radicals are? Do we notice the signs that these things are breaking us down? We have to have these calm conversations with ourselves. We have to put on our third eye and start being intuitive. We can't be this spiritual and educated without being intuitive, without understanding what kind of company we're keeping, without being thugged out about it. I ain't messing with her. I don't like the way she talk. You see how she dress. You see him? Oh, that ain't a real brother. Oh, that ain't a real sister. Come on. I don't mean like that. Because we'll be cutting people off for no reason when we're the ones who need to be cut off. People need to cut up behinds off. You ever talk to someone and be like, I'm cutting this person, like, I'm about to cut you off. Woo! Hello, Tiffany. Free radicals are something very dangerous. And living in these hostile environments with poor air quality, type in Google your zip code and type in air quality and your zip code. See what comes up. See what kind of free radicals and toxins are in the air where you live. It's very important. It's like airnow.com, airindex.com. Those things give you the air from where you live. And you can be living somewhere where the air is toxic. The air! It's Sunday, okay. The freaking air! You see how serious that? You see what I'm trying to say? And if you don't, just bear with me. Air. If we can't even breathe, if we cannot even breathe, and some of us are in situations where we can't breathe. Everything is toxic. And you think by cutting these people off is the way. That's not the way. The way is antioxidants. Building your strength. See, now the antioxidant comes in your body and will support these atoms, right? Will support your cells. But it's supporting so many other things because it's a full package. It's supporting the heart, liver, kidneys. It's supporting your digestive system. It is helping make sure your system is functioning. And that's what kind of relationships we need to have in our lives that support the whole system. That doesn't just support or meet one little tiny need that we have in our life, unless it's, a job and it meets the needs of finances. And even those places can be extremely toxic. But if we are unable to even recognize when these free radicals are coming into our space and could cause oxidative stress, which will lead to inflammation in your body. And so now you're doing anti-inflammatories. You're taking an antioxidant supplement. You're on this pill or that pill. When all these things can be prevented by just making sure you eat peppers. Making sure you have some ginger and garlic. Eat it! How hard is it? And I'm going to just say it like that. How hard is it to say, leave me alone, dark forces? Hard! Hard, motherfucking hard, man. Woo! We are committed to work, places, our kids, our adult kids, our small kids. When we are committed to something, ain't nobody gonna tell us it's a free radical. Ain't nobody gonna tell us it's toxic. Because we're committed and our third eye it will be fully closed. We don't see nothing. But you know what we do? You know what does happen? We start seeing the impact. We start feeling unhealthy. We start seeing the fatigue in our body. We start seeing that we cannot catch our breath. We start feeling that, oh no, our asthma is acting up a lot more than it used to. Our allergies are through the roof. I never even had an allergy. Now I have tons. This and or Now let's compare it to a relationship. Dad, always need money from me. Oh my goodness, always take, and never put anything back. Your purpose in my life is all about dropping bags of garbage. I'm not your damn landfills. You know what I'm saying? I don't want your toxins. I don't mind listening and supporting you, but I can't be your landfill. Landfills are not supported, right? They're just pals and pals and pals. Some of us have workloads like that. Some of us have marriages like that. Friendships or relationships with our family like that. You're just a goddamn dumpster for people. And sometimes we don't even see it until we collapse. Good morning, Abby. And it's all our products and food and water. Yes, it is. It is. It is. It is our products. It's in there are statistics to back it up that all makeup that once it goes to a shade of melanin has the highest level of chemicals and contaminants. Makeup that is for people who are brown. Just simple things like that we use every single day. Years and years of our pores absorbing toxins. Pores all over this skin, in this scalp. There's nothing but holes all over our body absorbing things in. So now we're absorbing toxins through food, through air, through water, as our sister Abby Moore said, and relationships, and our jobs. We have to find balance, and that's exactly what antioxidants come to do. They balance the electrons that those atoms that came from those free radical atoms are missing the electrons, and they come and fill it up. But we have to be the antioxidants in our life. We have to be the first responders. We have to know when the fire bell rings. Someone shouldn't be knocking on your door telling you, I think there's a fire in your house. We need to be able to see it. But I do understand, my sisters and brothers, that sometimes we are blinded from relationships, from trauma, from ignorance. This is not to knock us. It's to improve us. Get that third eye popping. Meditate and ask your living God, whoever you serve, the atmosphere to support your mind and body so that you can see clearly. Not be popping and on fleek, but that you can see clearly. Make healthy, positive decisions. My affirmation every morning, my mind is married to my body. I make healthy, positive decisions. I make healthy food choices. Under high stress, I make healthy decisions. If I feel sad or depressed, I make healthy decisions. We're not living in a fantasy. Free radicals are everywhere. Toxins are everywhere. We're not living in a fantasy. We get sad. Things get hard. We want to give up. We want to quit. We're not living in a fantasy. But when you are your own antioxidant, you instantly go into preventative medicine kind of mode, right? You become your own phytonutrients. You look toward botany to heal your body instead of up in the club, popping like, oh, I was in the club yesterday, so yeah. Maybe you need the club to get rid of those free radicals. Up in the club, up in the... Listen, I am not the most structured American, but I am a full woman, black queen, who owns everything about myself. Flaws and all, not a Beyonce song. Real life. And so I'm constantly testing the waters. I'm constantly researching, constantly making assessments of my environment, not to make myself cuckoo and live in an untrusting world, because I've been there also because of trauma, but allowing myself to see. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. You hear that song? He said it's going to be a bright, sunny day. Seeing all the obstacles, it made the day brighter. I can see all the obstacles in my way now. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. You see what I'm saying? The message is clear. You're not living the best if you can't see shit. If you don't know the free radicals in your life, in your food, in your air, in your water, if you have no clue where in the city you live in, what kind of environmental hazards are surrounding you, because the government is not going to tell you. You have to do your own research. A dude ain't going to show up to your spot like, I fuck bitches up. I steal people's credit. I rob people. No, they show up like this. Hey, shorty. No, they're not that way. Hey, honey. You looking great. I would love to date you and spend some time with you. They don't let you know I'm going to beat the shit out of you in 6 months. They don't let you know I'm going to mess with your best friend. People don't tell you that. Your intuition. You being your own antioxidant. See those free radicals. Women don't come and say, I'm a gold digger. I'm coming to take everything I can get from you, brother. They not going to say that, my loves. They not. We have to be able to see these things on our own, right? We must be more self-aware. The truth is you. Yes, yes, John Hill Jr., One Love, the Soul Alliance Committee, New York City. All right, brother. Denisha Wayne, man. Yeah, I might be right here. Jeffrey Still, yes. And this is my life experience. I've been married twice. I've been divorced twice. Okay? I saw myself living, married. First one was a pastor, a minister. I tried the other side. I tried to do the way society that was not set up for us people that was snatched and brought here. Hello. I can't fit into that structure. But when I adjusted my life and became my own antioxidant, all those free radicals started popping up, and I started to be able to boom, boom, boom. Boom. One earring. Take it off, baby. Ooh, take it off. Take it off. Take it. Welcome to Fly Nubian Queen. Go ahead and share this video. Like. Come on, give me some hearts and love. Show me some love this morning. If you happy to be here and you like what you're hearing, show me some love. My name is Chef Marilyn Moore, a.k.a. Marilyn the Chef. Make sure you subscribe to FlyNubianQueen.com and go ahead and text Queens to 31996. People. Where are antioxidants found, right? We have vitamin C. That's found in, so any food that has vitamin C, let's see, what has that? Green leafy vegetables, anything that's dark green, dark colored collards, bok choy, Swiss chard, basil has it, cilantro. All of these things are packed with natural occurring antioxidants. Well, you don't have to support with little pills. It's just up in there. You know what I mean? And we have to be our own antioxidants. We have to look and see when our body is under stress, when our mind is and stop brushing stuff off. This is not the 1800s. I got this. That don't even faze me. Let me tell you something. I say this over and over again, because if darkness does not faze you, if dark, toxic I don't care. No big deal to me, because how is that not a big deal? It is a horrific deal, and you should be feeling an uncomfortable kind of way about that situation. You should be bawling. You should take a day and lay in the bed for a few hours in a set and look at this environment. You definitely should be calling someone and getting support, or possibly going to therapy, because you're your own antioxidant and you're here to support yourself, not fit into this vain society that has told us black women and black men that we got to be strong and not have no motherfucking feelings. Because we had to survive all this bull crap that goes on in this society. But we passed that shit. We are now emotionally well, or moving toward it. Because when our emotional wellness start going up, right, our communities will start transforming and we'll be bossing them, not everybody else. Okay? So there's layers to growth. How are you growing internally? I don't want to know about your new car. I don't care. What's that new song? He was like, riding on a horse, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley. You ain't been up off that porch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't worrying about your Porsche. I've been out in these streets, putting in the work. I've been in therapy sessions with strangers, healing my mind so I don't be walking around with trauma from fucking 30 years ago and passing that on to my kids, talking about I'm woke. I put in the work. Before I got a first contract, I went to about 40 schools on foot, knocking on doors, putting the work. I don't need a Porsche to say I'm successful because I'm my own antioxidant. I see my progress. Nobody has to tell me about my progress. I see it. And everything that someone else gives is an add-on. It's a little extra. It's basically like, here's an extra supplement for you. They can't be your all in all. You cannot, every time there's a situation, have to always outsource. Imagine if a company is always outsourcing because it just can't fucking figure out, their team just cannot figure anything out. So they're outsourcing for web design. They're outsourcing for marketing. They're outsourcing for HR. Like, what are y'all going to learn to do on your own? So that you can save money and build a proper team. And so that when anyone decides to move on, they're leaving there with an ultimate amount of skills. But this society is not set up for people to be whole. It's set up for people to be needy and reliant on someone else and their services that they're offering for you to survive. No, educate yourself. Know who's in office in your community. Understand, is it the politicians and local people in your neighborhood that are the free radicals that are destroying your community that you live in, destroying the schools that your kids go to? This is layers. Free radicals show up everywhere. But if we are not our own tools, if we don't have our own tool bag with just basic needs, I ain't telling you to do everything, right? Because some things I have to outsource. When I feel my heart is way too heavy, plus I had a long, heavy work week, plus the kids have been intense, I know good and well I need to call someone I trust and have a moment to cry. Have a moment to do what I need. Everyone doesn't need to, that doesn't work for everyone, but that's what works for me. And I know myself. I'm my own antioxidant. And me as my own antioxidant starts assessing the molecules and starts realizing that these things are absent. So I better show up in these areas. I see that I'm feeling really down, so I'm going to go make a banana spinach smoothie and add a little basil because it has an extra vitamin C. And a spinach has the nutrients I need. The banana stimulates, opens up the serotonin in our brain. So I'm going to choose those things. And if I want a sweet treat, I'm going to make sure that banana is really ripe so I can have a nice sweet smoothie that is nutrient dense, that can support my mind and body at the moment. Simple! But it's not. It's really not. To make a smoothie will be about 10 minutes, and it'll take about maybe 5 to open a package and start a process like that. So why not just make this thing from scratch? Why not incorporate more raw ingredients into our life, more vulnerable, raw people into our life? We are decensored. Somebody vulnerable comes to sit at your table and is free with themselves. That shit makes you uncomfortable. You'll start calling them crazy, weird, different. Yup. Everyone is different. And if you're sitting at a table with all y'all the same, be worried. Unless you're starting a cult, then hey. But if there's not diversity within your circle, everyone just got to sign up and be just like you, or that's uncomfortable to you. Everyone has to be alike. I know when I sit at the table, I can't sit at everyone's table because this energy is natural. This high energy is a lot. And I won't sit at anybody's motherfucking table who wants to act like I have to tolerate her and her bigness. Then I don't belong at your table. I'll sit at a table with people who want to grow with me and who can be fed from this and also know how to nourish high energy. Right? Do I not deserve that? Or should we sit at tables where we're constantly judged and mocked? What are you going to do with your hair? You see how he cut his hair? I don't really, you saw that job he took? I didn't think that was, I don't want to sit at no table with nobody like that. That's the only conversation you have, is to talk about people, is to put them down. What is going on in your life? I show up talking about me. That may seem vain to folks, but I don't want to talk about nobody's business that ain't at this table. So if you want to discuss your greatness, I'm down. I don't want, this is not therapy. Time and place for everything so that we can constantly understand the process. The process of life. Life is filled with hardships. In America? Mother. In America, and being a black person, we know how are we preparing ourselves? How are we preparing ourselves for these microaggressions that we endure every day? Silently think of these things because they're here. The toxins, yo, you could preach, pray, shout all you want. The toxins ain't going away. The hazard our earth is in is not going away. What's going to happen to your body after you eat processed food? It's not going to change. You're going to get sick. It's guaranteed. There's no way you're going to eat processed food, limited amount of water, not keep your body filled with phytonutrients and antioxidants and think your mind and body is going to be whole. Something is going to short because literally free radicals feed off of process, things that are not whole. Now, this young man was sharing something with me. And he said, oh, I met this girl and she was so dope and I liked her and everything was great. And then we started hanging out. And he was like, I saw that she was like this or this was happening and I ain't like this. And I said, well, then she's not the right one for you. No, but what I think is that maybe if she changes. So I said, you want to meet someone and start fixing them? If how that package showed up, because some of the things he was saying does not mean that person is toxic or anything negative. They were just different personalities. You want to start trying to fix someone and break them down, take away from their wholeness? No, they showed you 100% who they are because they're whole, bruh. They don't got some little scheme to get in. They whole. They showed you. It's not for you to fix anybody. Don't show up to no table fixing unless your name is G-O-D. If your name is not God, if you are not a real tree, you are not part of the process of earth, who are you to tell somebody that they need to get fixed? I just wanted to pause on that. I hear it too much. And we're passing that, we're passing those behaviors on to our kids. We're passing those behaviors on to our kids. I see it in middle school, in the classes, how they treat each other. They're so critical. I'm like, for this amazing generation of don't say nothing to me, they're so critical. But remember, these are kids surrounded by toxins in a big city. They're eating processed food. They're under high stress because that's what the schools put them under. And everybody's household ain't well. But we expect people to show up to the table whole. I don't. I want to see people breaking down because I don't understand how people are walking around and what they're consuming, what they're putting on their body. And you're okay? I just, that doesn't make sense. I want to hear about the sudden sweats that you're having, the fatigue because you don't have enough vitamin C in your body and now your body can't process iron. You can't process iron without vitamin C. And I want to see the fatigue. I want to see these things. I want to see like I'm constipated because the shit you're putting in your body is going to constipate you because it is not meant to break down. You feel me? If something sits on a shelf, can sit on the shelf for 6 months to a year, why do you think it's going to break down in your body? You think we just some magical creature that you could just beat this shit out of and we'll be all right? You could just treat this body any way you want and you're just going to get this great stuff coming out of you? No, you're going to freaking stink. You're going to have chest pains. You're going to have ailments and things growing that were not there. This is how they start. But stress, to avoid the oxidative stress that goes on in our bodies, we also have to watch the stress going outside our bodies. It is a combination. Getting healthy is not like, oh, I'm going to eat this way, now I'm healthy. Blood fire, who lied to you? Especially if we're starting to change in our 40s and 50s. So all those years, you don't gotta make like all those years, you think you're just a quick fix gonna happen. This is a process, one step at a time, one day at a time. And every day you're softening your space, because we got these heavy steel spaces because of trauma as Black people. We're softening up our space. We're pulling our character of love out, because we are a loving people. We are a powerful people. We need to use our buying power to eat healthy. Share. Oh, somebody you know, you want them to remove the free radicals? It may be a person, place, or thing. That might be harder to get them away from a person, place, or thing, but it won't be that hard to go food shopping for somebody and say, you know what, I know it's hard to just change, but I went to the farmer's market and I bought an extra batch. Or I'm part of this food co-op, right? You know, co-ops in neighborhoods where people, they get a big batch of crops that come, and you buy into it, and everyone comes and get a share every month. And sometimes you get a whole bunch, more than you need. Why don't you take that moment and share it with your brother or sister? And not literally family members, but people you know who want to change. But that's it. You have to invest in that. Strip your refrigerator and do all that. People can't, everybody cannot do that. And they shouldn't be expected to, because then you're going to go back to the free radicals, and you're not living as an antioxidant. You're putting too much pressure on yourself, and then your cells start malfunctioning because they can't handle it. And in the first place, if you've been eating unhealthy, living in an unhealthy environment, and your mind is in disarray, and all of a sudden you're going to strip, and all of this is just going to support it, it's not well enough yet. It's not strong enough yet. You need a whole team. You need to hit all the spaces, right? You need a whole team. Food, mind, body. How you eat, how you think, how you respond to stress. It's a daily... Okay, you know what? I flipped today, but I'm going to work on that later. Okay. I got better that time. Wow, you know what? I ain't flipping on motherfuckers no more. And I ain't punched nobody in their face in a good 6 months. I don't be punching people in their face. I'm just joking. Come on and share this video. I want to see some, come on, give me some hearts. I need a hug. Give me some love this morning. Make sure you subscribe to Fly Nubian Queen, though, okay? Subscribe to Fly Nubian Queen, a network for melanated sisters and brothers like you. Text that Queen to 31996, all right? We are flowing in the spirit and energy of wellness. Our communities are noticing wellness. My Brooklyn trucks, just deal with it. I live in Brooklyn. It's going to be noisy. We are living in a space of where people are hungry to learn and grow and understand the whole wellness, because we literally have been handpicked to live in this food apartheid where we don't have access to the things. Our communities do not have access as other communities have. So we got to get access. We got to take our strength, get strong, and every time we have knowledge, we don't get on Facebook and be like, I'm vegan now and I'm doing what I got to do. I hope y'all catch up, because if you don't, you're going to die. I can't even sit around people anymore who eat meat. I can't even be in that environment. It's disgusting to me. I can't even... Boo, is motherfucking food. Everyone has to eat it multiple times a day, okay? In my borough alone, 500,000 people are food insecure. It's bigger than that. Don't turn your new lifestyle into a new ego booster and separate and divide like we've been so fucking trained to do. I said it Sunday, Marilyn, stop cursing. We've been trained. Any little thing we get another degree, we get a new house, we get a car, we gotta bouge it out and make people purposely, don't act like I'm fronting, purposely put on tones to There's no time for that, mamitas. There's no time for that, brothers. There's no time anymore. There's no time. Sit your ego down. Go look in the mirror and be like, I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. When you got an ego moment, You change your lifestyle, you got another degree, and if you can't shave, like, yes, blessings and abundance, I got another degree, I'm eating well, living well. If you need any support or you want to understand how I did that, I got you. Come here, because we a community. If it ain't coming out like that, go take your behind in the mirror and sing this song. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Hey, how you feeling? Hot, hot, hot. How you feeling? Hot, hot, hot. Get your ego out and come on back. And come on back and support people and not shame. Okay? Share the video. You having fun here? Share the video. I'm just being myself, because if you don't know how to assess, break down your own structure, why the blood fire are you coming around here? Now, tell me this. If you were going to apply for a job, right? Just listen to me. If you were going to apply for a job and they want to know your experience, right? And you were like, oh, okay, you're working this is an engineer job, and you haven't had one before, but you have your new engineering degree. So do you think they should have the same expectations from you, who's only had about 6 months experience in the field, as someone who has 5 years? Should you come walk in there with this ego? I'm not talking about pride and confidence in who you are, because I've applied and received jobs that I did not qualify for many times, but I didn't walk in with, it's not ego is what I'm trying to say. So you get this new lifestyle and you get excited, and now you acting like you the guru. How many years have you lived this lifestyle? Calm down. Be excited without being judgmental. Help people heal without beating them up. You don't think we've been through enough? So now I got to get beat up because you better? What the fuck does that even mean? Oh my goodness. You're better. You're living better. Your mind is better, but you're still a stupid bitch. You're still a mean ass witch. What the fuck is going on? You still got a 3-bedroom apartment and your cousin is homeless and you know it, and 2 of the rooms is empty. Sit your ass down, okay? You got about $150,000 in the savings, and you got 2 family members who just want to go to college and need an extra $3 grand, and you won't give it to them. Sit your ass down. Get the hell out of here. Free radicals, baby. You know an antioxidant from a free radical. Ask a scientist. They'll be able to determine which molecules are which. But for some reason, we can't. For some reason, we can't just see an ego when we see it. See, I had an ego. I had an ego, vanity. So when I see people who have those behaviors, I mother effing run like they're crack, and I'm a recovering crack addict. No lie, okay? I literally treat people with those behaviors because I might have been a borderline mean girl in high school with my crew and we all that. But at least I was a child. At least I was a 16-year-old. But we got 50-year-olds showing up to their nonprofit that serves poor women who are in shelters with Fendi and fucking red bottoms on while they're case managers. Because bitches got their life together. I'm not calling women bitches. I'm just a hood girl. Sorry. I'm not calling women bitches because I promise you that. That's not my style. I'm just from the Bronx. Sorry. So, are people not doing that? Are we really thinking, are we a free radical? Because imagine if you sit down with all this logo blinging thing to help, not saying you have to go to and buy cheap shit, but don't be loud with your stuff. If you really have grown and changed, you won't have to be loud about it. It'll just come out through your pores. Like right now, I didn't put anything on because I like to smell myself. I want to see what my pheromones are doing, right? I want to see the level of toxins in my body. So I didn't put any on, right? And I went live this morning with Dr. Shauna on Facebook like we do. On Instagram like we do. And then I came on here and went live. And so, trust me, behind this camera is not that easy, you know? And I'm sweating a lot because I get a little nervous here and there. But guess what? It doesn't smell. But a week ago, I was under so much freaking stress. Something happened with my kid at school. That's all I gotta say, right? You already know. Every day, I'm talking about an odor, y'all. Oh my goodness, because I was under stress. And my body can speak to me. And guess what? I can assess my own body. There's another smell, and I know I've talked about this before, but I love when it's happening. Like right now, I would expect it to smell more, but I taught a workshop with Dr. Shauna called the Black Family Blueprint. We're going to have the next one in New York. It was out in Montclair, New Jersey yesterday, off the hizzy, by the way. While I was teaching there with her, and then it's like constant busyness, but I was eating healthy. Yesterday, I consumed a lot of raw greens. And I really believe that's why I'm not smelling, because I forgot before I even started this whole behind the screen morning to even put lemon, because I only use lemon and oil. Now, lemon, since we're talking about antioxidants, is an antioxidant. And there are acid in lemon, right? And when you put right here, my underarms are wet. It's wet. This moisture right here only turns into smell when it hits oxygen. So what happens is the chemicals in the acid in the lemon and the antioxidants come to that sweat and remove the smell. And so you won't smell. You will perspire because it's not an antiperspirant. It's not clogging your pores. The sweat is going to come out. Your shirts might get wet, but at least you ain't got no chemicals. Because we'll compromise. We'll let a mofo come shack up with us who don't need to be shacking up with us, tolerate all this crap, and wonder why we toxic. Just because it feels good. It's easy to wear deodorant when we don't care about the chemicals that is inside it. Like, why would your pores need to be clogged? Antiperspirant. You need to perspire. It's important. If your body wants to let out liquid, let it. Because it knows what it's doing. It knows a lot more about itself than we do. We are the ones who poison our body. Right? We are the ones who will allow people to sit with us and say, it is much smarter for a baby to have a Similac formula than breastfeed. It's okay. It's not really that much of a difference. This Similac is fortified. With what, mother? This is freaking fortified. It's not just fortified, but it's genetic. It literally matches the genes of that baby, and it gives exactly what that baby needs. If your baby is a sickly or not sick, it adjusts, because that's how smart. People are so impressed by muscle memory, but our body has all this memory. But we will let someone sit and tell us that. This is smarter, and you know what? It's easier. So you tell, and then the same doctor will say, don't give honey or herbs to a baby. But you want me to give it crack cocaine that you chopped up in a lab and turned into powder and put that shit in my baby's body? I only think like this because I grew. I didn't know this. When I had my first child, never seen nobody breastfeed. My one cousin, but she didn't do it openly because it was taboo. I wasn't breastfed. I ain't seen nobody breastfed. I had to learn this. And once my mad scientist kind of brain starts going off, there's no going back. My ex-husband was like, what is this conference about? Because if you start learning something cray, you're going to come home and... I'm a fast learner. You teach me something. Before I was 11 years old, I was already in an extremely traumatic environment. Sexual, mental, physical. Fuck out of here, and I'm a curse on that one. Fuck out of here, because that's what I'm saying to dark forces. I'm going to take care of myself now. There was too many dark forces at work to destroy my life, and I'm not going to sit back eating bologna because it makes me feel good or it's just what I know. I'm going to learn. I'm going to research. I'm going to Google. I'm going to go to the library. I'm going to ask professionals. I'm going to watch videos. I'm going to do whatever it takes because I myself do not want to become a free radical. I was a free radical to myself, addicted to so many different things, eating disorders that messed up my body. I've been my own free radical, constant depressed when I knew there was help right there and I didn't want it. Leave me alone. Mind your business. I want to sit in my mess. That was me. But I was pretty and I'm smart and I pay my bills, so oh well. That didn't matter. For me, it mattered to the world. I was good for everyone else, but I was nothing for myself. I was satisfying other people's needs, and I was nothing to myself. And then when I would put out too much, and I act like a lunatic. I'm doing everything for everybody. Nobody doing nothing for me. Because that's what we sound like toddlers. And nobody, and 3 times I picked up her kids and she didn't offer me once. Why you ain't ask her to pick up your kids then? Ask her. Shut up. Grow up. We don't have a choice. I'm emotional. If you watch me before, you know, it makes me cry. We don't have a choice. This is not, stop playing these Instagram internet games and let's get serious about taking care of ourselves. Like, oh, 3 times I did this. What do you need, mamita? So I just ask. We're not on a plantation. You can ask. You can make a request. And if they cannot meet your needs, meet your own needs. Meet your own needs, my love. Love yourself. Deep inside those dark places that are sickening to you. You know those places inside you. You know those behaviors that you know are unruly. Unruly. No, I'll behave. This is a deep moment. I love me some popcorn. Reggae, unruly. I am not unruly, but we know the things in us that are unruly. And we have to look at them, feel shameful about them, feel gross about them, cry it out, go through the process, be broken down, it hurts. I'm better. Whoo, child. And no, we're not going to get online. I'm better, you're new me. Watch everybody getting cut off. Oh, my God. Mira, huepa. Shut up! Please shut up. Please. Because if we are not consistent, what does it matter? Can you get 6 months in? Because I promise in 6 months you won't be talking about it like that no more. It'll become a part of you. It'll be a lifestyle. It's not your new add-on. The big chop, I did the big chop, okay, I get it, and I'm not knocking you, I get it, but